What's up, everybody? It's me, Weendawg, and this is Quick Picks with Weendawg. So if you're not familiar with this series, all it is just me providing my quick and very often wrong and uneducated fight picks for the upcoming UFC cards. And if you've been following along with Weendawg's picks, you will have known that for UFC 252, I got almost every single fight correct, with the exception of about 3 fights or so, which is no big deal. But if you're like me and you like to do 12 fight parlays, 11 fight parlays, 10 fight parlays when you're betting, it's not good. So I'm going to stop doing the 12 fight parlays and just stick to like maybe 3 fight parlays and then bet on individual fighters, specifically maybe underdogs to win. I think that's probably the smarter strategy when you're betting, but I don't know anything. I'm down like $400. So let's get into Weendawg's picks. And right here, starting off the entire fight card, we have Timur Valiev versus Mark Striegel. Now, Timur is one of these Dagestani fighters who, are known to be just wrecking havoc in the UFC right now. And Mark Striegel is a very, very well-rounded, he's very good at grappling and jiu-jitsu. Most of his wins come by submission, and I think that's one of the primary keys to defeating these Dagestani savages is having an amazing ground game. And I think Mark Striegel, being a massive underdog in this fight, I think he has what it takes to pull off the submission win over Timur Valiev. So I'm going to be picking Mark Striegel. For our next fight, we have Carlton Minus versus Matthew Smellberger. Now, my temptations are running deep as I am really wanting to pick the fighter who has burger in their last name, because I love me some nice burgers. But I think Carlton Minus is going to walk away with the victory in this fight because he's a little bit more experienced. He's 10-1, and Matthew Smellberger is, I think, 6-2 in his pro career. And you can really just, pick either fighter in this because the odds are so close. But I think I'm going to give the edge to the favorite, Carlton Minus. And I'll pick him via decision. And then we have a light heavyweight bout between Isaac Villanueva versus Jorge Gonzalez. Now, the odds are very, very close. They're both minus. Well, I think Jorge is a minus 110 and Isaac is a minus 120. So you can really just pick either one in this one, in my opinion. But I think I am going to go with Jorge Gonzalez via TKO. And following that, we have Dwight Grant versus Jared Gooden. The reason I am picking Jared Gooden is because he is a great all-around fighter. He's very well-rounded. I think he's going to get the decision win. I think this is going to be a very grindy, tough fight for both these guys. But I think Jared Gooden has what it takes to pull off the win. And here we have a very, very fun lightweight bout between Austin Hubbard and Joe Salecki. My pick in this fight is Austin Hubbard. I think he has a great fight IQ. In that Max Rothschild fight, he was able to, fix all of his mistakes, fix all of his errors, and come back in the second round and just, put on a very, very dominating performance. So I think Austin Hubbard is going to be able to survive the grappling and submission onslaught from Joe Salecki and pull off the win. I don't know how he's going to win, but I'm probably going to say TKO for right now. Next up, we have Amanda Limos versus Mizuki Nkui. For Mizuki, out of her 14 wins, 9 of them have been submissions. So I think she has a massive, massive advantage on the ground. And I think Mizuki, as the favorite, is going to get it done over Amanda Limos. And then headlining the UFC Fight Night prelims, we have Maria Agapova versus Shayna Dobson. Now, Shayna Dobson is unfortunately on a 3-fight skid, and the UFC is not doing her any favors by giving her Maria Agapova. Maria Agapova is a great, great fighter. She's very, very proficient in all aspects of mixed martial arts, and I think she's going to be able to pull off the decision win over Shayna Dobson. Now, if you love to bet on underdogs, get your wallets out for this fight. We have Daniel Rodriguez versus Takashi Sato. Takashi Sato is a savage fighter from Japan. He's a great striker, has many, many TKOs and KOs on his record. I think as an underdog, I think he is going to pull off the upset and demolish Daniel Rodriguez. Now we are back into the light heavyweight division for an amazing fight between Marcin Prachino versus Mike Rodriguez. Now, both these fighters are unfortunately coming off of knockout losses. Marcin is coming off of 2 knockout losses in a row, and Mike Rodriguez is coming off of 1 knockout loss. Now, both these gentlemen are sluggers. This is going to be a crazy slugfest. And they are both giant men, being 6'3", both of them. But we all have to make a pick, and my pick is Mike Rodriguez. When you see a fighter like Marcin coming off of a couple knockout losses, you gotta expect his chin to still be a little, suspect. So for that reason, I'm out on Marcin and I'm in on Mike Rodriguez via KO. And we have another light heavyweight fight as the co-main event between Ovince St. Preux and Alonzo Menefield. Alonzo likes to get in there in the first round and just finish his opponents off quick. Ovince St. Preux has been in there for long fights. He's been in there for a title fight. I think Ovince has the better gas tank, but I think Alonzo may be too much for Ovince in the first round. I think to beat Alonzo, you have to, take advantage of your grappling, wear him out, tire him out. As we like to say, the UFC 4 video game, work the body, drain their stamina bar until they can no longer do shit, and then hit him with the head kick knockout. So Alonzo via first round TKO. Now here we are, the main event between Pedro Munoz versus Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar, of course, being the fan favorite. Everybody wants Frankie to win. He's had a very, very tough go in the past 5 years or so in his MMA career. And Frankie, unfortunately, has a savage to get through in Pedro Munoz. If Frankie is going to win this fight, he has to use his wrestling and just grapple with Pedro for the entire fight. Hopefully get the TKO win via ground and pound. Hopefully get a submission. That's going to be very tough, though, because Pedro is a great grappler. It's very, very tough. We all love Frankie, but he's older. He's at the tail end of his career, and I think Pedro is ready to make his title run, which, he's already doing. He knocked out Cody Garbrandt. Just vicious victories that we've seen out of Pedro Munoz, and I think we may see another one this Saturday night. And that will wrap it up for this week's installment of Quick Picks with Weendawg. Let me know in the comments below why my picks suck, why I'm going to lose more money this weekend. And tell me what picks I actually have wrong. I want to know who you guys are picking and why. Just, let me know why I'm the worst MMA fight picker in the world. I know I am. I've lost many dollars betting on UFC fights and different MMA fights. Trust me, I know. And subscribe to the Adam Hunter YouTube channel. On this channel, we have the best mixed martial arts podcast in the world, and it's called MMA Roasted. The MMA Roasted podcast is growing and growing each and every week, and we want to thank each and every fan for sticking around and sharing the podcast and sharing this YouTube channel with their friends and family. And with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. My name is Weendawg. You can go subscribe to my own YouTube channel, The Joe Perez Show. That's my human name. And we can all have a party over there. We talk a little bit about politics, and that was where we originally hosted this YouTube series, Weendawg's Quick Picks. So go over there, subscribe, check out my videos. I appreciate you guys if you do. Other than that, this has been Quick Picks with Weendawg. Munoz versus Edgar. Have a good weekend, everybody. Enjoy the fights.